matched. Team plays above the rim.
Yeah, absolutely. One that is in that height range at 6'6", and so it should be interesting to see who they're nothing to mess around with. That's for sure. But they do have a common opponent in Blue Ridge. Let's talk about that real quick. Both teams played Blue Ridge this year. Alchese Falcons beat Blue Ridge by 16, and Rancho Solano beat them 66-34 up at Blue Ridge. And so both of them were able to beat Blue Ridge by considerable amount.
Yeah, so it's kind of tough to tell within that matchup with that common opponent, but the Falcons come in here with the number 1 seed, Rancho Solano the number 5 seed, and so you would expect Alchese, at least on paper, to be the team that is going to come away with the win here today. But as we've seen so far today, that's not necessarily true.
No, it's interesting. It's the it's that secret sauce in the PowerPoints that we don't know a whole lot about how they get those rankings. But obviously these guys haven't played a lot today. But yeah, the Falcons on the season have a record of 29-4, and the Rancho Solano Prep Mustangs 16-14, so almost 500.
Trivium Prep up some prep tomorrow at 4 p.m. here at the Arizona Veterans Memorial Coliseum. The other interesting matchup today, earlier St. John's failed to Thatcher, a game that was pretty close early in the second half, but then Thatcher kind of pulled away and sealed the victory. But one of the surprises was the game that just finished. Camp Verde able to come away, secures a win over Valley Sanders, but not without an overtime period and some moments where I'm sure the coach has got some heartburn after this one.
Yeah, and that's why this game is delayed. We've had a couple overtime games, which is exciting to see. It's exciting to be courtside this time of the year and just watch these teams battle it out. But in that matchup right there, that was definitely one similar to what we're going to see here, where you have a team that's got a lot of speed and is going to want to run against a team with a lot of height. But Rancho can run also, so it'll be interesting to see what Rancho decides to do with what they have.
Summit Regional Medical Center has everything your athlete needs to get back into the game. As we remind you, our Summit Regional Medical Center injury report, no injuries to report at this moment, but we do thank Summit Regional Medical Center, proud sponsor of high school basketball here and the 2020 state playoffs. Summit Regional Medical Center, everything your athlete needs to get back into the game. Time now for our Ace Hardware keys to the game, brought to you by the Ace Hardware of the White Mountains. Now with a 24/7 locksmith. Next time you're locked out of your car, just need a key made. Their mobile unit will actually come to you. Contact them now at Ace Hardware in Pinetop, Sholo, and Heber Overgard. And you mentioned the size of Rancho Solano. There's a kid on that team that probably going to be playing at the next level.
Yeah, he's 6'9", Hunter Ruck, averaging 16.2 with 10 rebounds per game. And so obviously the Falcons are going to have to try to figure out what to do with Ruck in the paint and keeping it more offensively and defensively.
You got another, you mentioned a 6'7" guy, Michael Dines, who's averaging 8.2 points per game. And then Tyler Legner, who's in double figures, averaging 13.3 and 8.6 rebounds. He's a 6'2" senior. So Falcons have got their hands full, and those will certainly be some of the players that they're going to be keen on here today. On the Alchese Falcons side of things, got to talk about Malachi Harris.
Yeah, obviously one of the players that they have to stop in this game is going to be Malachi Harris. Malachi has a lot of varsity experience. He's a senior, and he's averaging 21 points per game coming into this one. And so it'll be an interesting matchup to see how they try to stop Malachi. And I think that Rancho Solano has a little more firepower to be able to stop him, but we'll just see who prevails on that one.
Well, that's your Ace Hardware keys to the game, brought to you by the Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, now with the 24/7 locksmith. Next time you're locked out of your car, just need your key made. The opening tip presented by Northland Pioneer College. The lowest tuition in the state of Arizona in Northland Pioneer College. It's all happening here on Sholo Ford's presentation of the 2020 state playoffs on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Want to buy the #1 selling truck in America for over 41 years? Want to buy a vehicle with a lifetime engine warranty? Want to get the best deal in the state of Arizona on your new Ford car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Anyone can say they'll give you a great deal, but Guy Hatch at Sholo Ford means it. In fact, he guarantees it. Buy the best from the best. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce.
I'll be home in an hour. Is it still snowing?
Yeah, we just got home ourselves.
It's so cold. Can you please have a fire ready when I get there?
Yep, see you here. Johnny, can you bring some wood in?
Fire.
I can run this to Deemer's Glass and Lakeside. They stock fire.
Glass man.
This fire feels so warm and toasty. Thank you, honey.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass has the most experienced technicians on the mountain. Their lead technicians have a minimum 10 years experience. They're certified and trained annually, and they gladly welcome Mercedes, BMW, Lexus, Infiniti, Jaguar. So no matter what your car is, you can trust that your glass will be done correctly when you call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Now with 2 locations in Lakeside and Snowflake.
Call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Northland Pioneer College is proud to support high school athletics. When it comes time to kick off your college education, choose the college with the lowest tuition rate in the state. All of NPC's credits are guaranteed to transfer to all Arizona universities, so why pay 11 times more for the same education? You'll save enough money to pay for the final 2 years of your bachelor's degree at a public Arizona university. Your parents' wallet will thank you. Northland Pioneer College. Expanding minds, transforming lives.
Spring is almost here, and it's no wonder Ace Hardware tops your list of spring things to get done. For a great season of growth in your garden, Ace Hardware has plenty of Miracle Grow potting soil and garden soil. Save big on Ace brand toppery on a brand new line of all-steel shovels and rakes. They're heavy-duty and built to last a long, long time. As always, there's plenty throughout the store at Ace Hardware that comes with additional savings with your Ace Rewards card. Ace Hardware in Sholo, Pinetown, Heber Overgard.
Don't miss out on Honda Resort and Casino's Winter Wonderland Progressive.
Going on now through February 28th.
3 contestants will be drawn at 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday.
Double points Tuesdays and Thursdays.
On Players Club Hot Seat Sundays, loyal card members win instantly.
8 card members will win $70 in moolah.
The grand finale is February 28th, with 10 contestants drawn for $10,000 in prizes. Honda Resort and Casino, 3 miles south of Pine Top. 1-800-WAY-UP-HIGH.
Well, we're going to welcome you back to the Veterans Memorial Coliseum, but we're going to step away one more time as we honor America in the singing of our national anthem. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com. Back in 60 seconds.
Northland Pioneer College is proud to support high school athletics. When it comes time to kick off your college education, choose the college with the lowest tuition rate in the state. All of NPC's credits are guaranteed to transfer to all Arizona universities, so why pay 11 times more for the same education? You'll save enough money to pay for the final 2 years of your bachelor's degree at a public Arizona university. Your parents' wallet will thank you. Northland Pioneer College. Expanding minds, transforming lives.
NBA All-Star Steph Curry said, "It doesn't matter where you come from, what you have or don't have, all you need is faith in God, an undying passion, a relentless drive, and a will to do whatever it takes to be successful in whatever you put your mind to." Dr. Joshua Beeler at Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports and reminds us that faith, passion, drive, and willpower are keys to success. Beeler Orthodontics. Live to smile, love your smile.
Welcome back to the Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Phoenix, Arizona, the 2020 2A state semifinals featuring the Altusay Falcons and Rancho Solano Prep, the Mustangs of Rancho Solano Prep. Set now for our starting lineups.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
we'll go to the public address announcer.
First with the Rancho Solano Mustangs. Starting at guard, a senior number 1, Jackson Seagrave. At forward, a sophomore, number 4, Michael Dinas. At forward, a senior, number 5, Hunter Rudd. At guard, a senior, number 12, Tyson Legner. And at guard, a senior, number 35, James Dinas. The head coach for the Mustangs is Aaron Trier. Now here's today's starting lineup for the Alchesay Falcons. At forward, a senior, number 4, Ryan Quintero. At guard, a senior, number 5, Elijah Walker. At forward, a senior, number 15, Malachi Harris. At forward, a junior, number 34, Eugene Walker. Juan Quintero. The head coach of the Falcons is Kyle Douglas.
Falcons didn't have a whole lot of luck in the semifinals. That was a heartbreaker.
Yeah, and they've lost to Rancho Solano a couple years ago in the final game. And so who do you think has a crowd advantage here today, Kevin?
I'll just say Falcon fans have been cheering for the last 4 hours.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, it's, the Mustangs will win the tip. Front court, it's Chalmers. Or excuse me, it's Legner. Give to Seagrave. Seagrave to the corner. Trying to get it to Dinez. Finally does. And now to Legner. And a pass over to the wing. And we get a whistle and an official timeout as Quintero has to go to the bench.
Official timeout.
Not sure exactly what happened.
Head straight over. I think he got hit in the head, and he's got maybe a cut. I think we had some blood on the floor. Yep. That's quick, and Falcons come out with a lot of pressure. And even though we're just 20 seconds into this game or so, seems like
already the Falcon big man is on the bench.
Yeah, on the bench, and Rancho did come out and seem a little rattled, I guess you'd say, surprisingly. They don't have an opportunity to play in front of crowds like this very often, so that's definitely a factor.
Well, it's unfortunate. Quintero's going to have to come out, and he looks like he's physically he's okay. It's just a matter of getting the blood to stop. But he took a pretty good whack from somebody. Not sure exactly what happened. I didn't see the contact, but we've got officials out on the floor now trying to wipe down the blood, going through the protocols to make sure that there's no spread of blood diseases.
Anything, yeah. And so it's interesting to hear somebody in the crowd saying somebody watched the elbows. So I don't know if he caught an elbow, and certainly wasn't intentional, but Quintero is going to be, I think he's going to be key in this game today because he's, as we mentioned in the pregame show, he's Alchesay's only answer to any size, being 6'6", having to battle against a couple of players for Rancho, 6'7" and 6'9". So, boy, he must have got blood all over the place down there.
Yeah, they're going after multiple locations. Officials spotting out about a couple dozen or so spots. So for the Alchesay Falcons, they'll have to do it without their 6'6" senior Antoine Quintero, at least for the moment, over on the trainer's table being attended to. And I'd imagine they're going to try to get the blood to stop, maybe put a bandage on it, get it back in.
They need a cut man.
Yeah, well, Normally they just take him in and stitch him up real quick. So we're back underway. Rancho Solano with the basketball after the official timeout. Bounce pass to the high post, poked away, and then finally knocked out of bounds by Malachi Harris.
Falcons try to set up in a kind of a trapping zone. Try to manage the big men.
Mustangs. How often do you see a 6'2" point guard? Drive the baseline, kick it out into the corner. Mustangs moving the ball quickly, stolen away. Picked off by Quintero. That's Ryan Quintero. Now he has it stolen away and out of bounds. And so Falcons will get the ball back here. No score. Not quite a minute gone by here in this first period. If you are listening online to our stream, we apologize. We are unable to show you the game. We can only give you game audio, and we apologize for that. It's not to our liking, but according to the AIA and the NFHS has the rights to this game, and we do not have rights to show you any video. So that is why you're getting a shot of the scoreboard. In between, we'll try to show you some shots in between quarters, but other than that, we can't do any of the gameplay. Travel is called on the Falcons and a turnover to the Mustangs.
Yeah, Quintero took a couple too many steps there. Still nobody putting any points on the board. Kind of feeling each other out here.
Over to Dinez. And Dinez wants a three, can't get the range. Kick it to Legner. Legner off the heel, no good. Another Rancho. That's Michael Dinez with the rebound.
Some long rebounds there, and not going to the Falcons' advantage. Falcons, they need to scrap for every rebound they can get in this one.
No kidding. Still no score. Minute and a half gone by. Three-point attempt from the corner is no good. Finally, the Falcons get the ball, and Walker races it, throws it up ahead. Walker set to check it in underneath the Falcon basket. Slaps the ball to start the inbounds play. They bring it in to Malachi Harris. Harris with the left hand between the legs. Step back three. It's going to be blocked by Legner. Picked up, though, by the Falcons. Back out to Malachi Harris. Drives the left side of the lane. Dumps it off on the low block. It's too hot to handle for Eugene Walker. And the Mustangs coming the other direction. Kick to the corner, now to the low post. Top of the key. Give it to Legner on the wing right. Down low again, and this one is up and in. Muscled that one through a crowd. That's James Dinez, and he's got the first points of the contest. With 5.5 remaining here in the first quarter, it's 2-0 Mustangs. Walker drives to the wing on the left side, stops, looks up top, give it to Eugene Walker. Now to Harris. Harris's pass is picked off. And on the fast break, the Mustangs go a little too far down court as Michael Dinez, the 6'7" sophomore, unable to hang on to the long down court pass by Legner. So the Falcons will bring it up. Left and right on the dribble is Walker as he crosses the time stripe. Give to Quintero. And on the dribble drive, we get a foul as Quintero tries to get down low. Nope.
Blocking call. It must have been an illegal pick.
Who'd they get? Who'd they call it on?
They got it.
Was it on Eugene Walker?
See that.
I think it was on Eugene. Angle right. Three-point bucket is good. Jackson Seagrave. And the Mustangs lead by 5. Fake right, move left, Alvin DeClay. Now Quintero, left and right. On the right side, in traffic, double team, throws it cross court, given to Walker. Walker has the pass picked off, stolen away by Dinez. Mustangs come the other direction. Throttling it across the time stripe, it's Legner. Now gives up top to Seagrave. Seagrave up and down with the left hand, throws now to the high post, looking down low. Ball poked away by Harris. Harris called for a personal. Harris says no, it was a jump ball. He puts two thumbs up and says, please. Official says no. Malachi Harris whistled for his first.
Couple subs coming in for the Falcons. Still no word from the big man, Antoine Quintero. Looks like he's still getting worked on over on the bench.
They got him laying down now. Bounce pass comes down in low. Hard foul as a Mustang goes to the deck here. We get foul on Davin Parker. That's his first. 5'10" junior. Couple of I make it 3 team fouls now on the Altusay Falcons. This one's a shooting foul that will send to the free throw line Noah Vargas. Vargas hits his first and knocks them down, knocks both of them down at the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw. So it's all Rancho Solano early here, 7-0 with 3:45 remaining here in the first. Drive right side, Walker has it poked away. Or excuse me, Quintero has it poked away. Ahead, Legner takes it for the Mustangs, blows the layup, rebound on the weak side, put it up and not in, but a whistle and a foul as the 6'9" senior Hunter Ruck will earn a trip to the free throw line as Satriani Williams, the 6'1" senior for the Falcons, picks up his first. That is the 4th team foul against Altusay. Still no fouls called on the Mustangs yet, as Ruck misses the first of 2 free throws.
Timeout Altusay, 30 seconds.
We'll step away. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
It's either winter, windy season, or rainy season. Keeping your car clean isn't as easy as it sounds up here on the mountain. Buying the time, buying shampoo. The only full-service car wash on the mountain. And with exterior washes starting at just $8.45, you can save yourself the hassle and the money. And it's faster than if you did it yourself. Octopus Car Wash and Express Detail Center in Sholo on the Deuce of Plums.
Fans getting fired up from press row here. Hammond.
I'll tell you, that's what happens when you give a fan a credential.
That's right.
all kinds of rules are going to be broken. Hey, 7-0 here as we have an equipment malfunction now. This is going to be a long day for the AIA.
Yeah, no kidding.
We've had 3 overtimes already today. We've had a delay for blood on the court. Now we've got a delay because one of the rims has let go of the net. We're trying to reattach the net. We got a man on a ladder out there to fix that. He holds both hands up with palms to the sky and says, I don't know, maybe it'll work.
Well, lots of maybe growing pains as they are. We talked about it earlier in this arena for the first time in either a long time or maybe ever. We're not sure, but at least in recent history.
As far as I can remember, for the last 25 or so, 30, probably 25, 30 years, I do not recall ever being here in the Coliseum for a championship game or for any playoff game for that matter. So it's possible I could be wrong, but years ago used to play at America West Arena where the Suns played, but never here at the Coliseum. Ruck's second free throw is no good after the timeout.
Over the back, number 35.
So that's the first foul on the Mustangs. Falcons have been whistled 4 times and the Mustangs only once. By the way, Antoine Quintero, the 6'6" senior, back in the lineup for the Falcons.
Turnover.
Stolen away immediately. As the Falcons can't even get into their offense before it's picked off there by Legner. Legner up and down with the right hand, backs up as Harris comes out to greet him. Passes it over to Seagrave, back to Legner. Legner going to reset the offense. Right hand dribble working against Harris. Gives it off right side for Vargas. Back to Seagrave. To Legner, down low to Ruck, back to Seagrave. Seagrave pitches it right as he drives into the lane, and a foul is called as Seagrave goes to the deck. Malachi Harris picks up, did they say that's his third, or is that his second? I thought I heard third, but I've only got him for 2. So if he's got 3, it's news to me, but
travel, looked
like. And a travel is called. That's Ruck. Hunter Ruck looked like he made a couple of nice moves in there, but took too many steps.
Hey, when you're 6'9", you don't get any extra steps.
No. No, not yet. You're not drawing a paycheck.
Right.
So once you get your paycheck, buddy, you can do that. Meanwhile, the Mustangs steal another one away from the Falcons in transition, and they get it back and work their half-court offense. Hanging in the air and trying to hit here is Noah Vargas. He can't get the bucket to fall, but Antoine Quintero will slap him across the face and will pick up a personal, send him to the free throw line. Hits the first. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw is good for Vargas. And the Mustangs extend their lead to 8-0 here. With 2 minutes, 19 seconds, the Altusay Falcons have yet to score. He'll hit both. Falcons having trouble getting across the line. Give it to Walker. Now to Quintero. This is Ryan Quintero. Crossover dribble. Spin inside the lane. Left hand. Got the lane. Ryan Quintero with the first points. And the Altusay Falcons have something to cheer about again. Legner to Seagrave. Back to Legner. Right side at the high post. Now Legner drives to the line, to the lane. Right-hander, got it. Tyler Legner with the steal. He's bumped, no call. Official standing right there. A lot of contact. No blood, though, so play continues. Malachi Harris somehow able to get that one to fall. And listen to this crowd as the Falcons finally getting something done offensively. And if you like basketball, you're going to love it here at the state semifinals. This game is pretty exciting. Back and forth. We'll keep it here, by the way, during the timeout. But, man, the action has been fast and furious since the opening tip.
Yeah, and you kind of felt like maybe Coach Trigg from Rancho Solano maybe wanted to stop a little bit of the momentum here by the Falcons. He called a timeout, but not a lot of momentum. I mean, still 4-11, and it's going to be Rancho ball right now.
Yeah, it'll be a futile attempt to keep the Falcon crowd out of the game. But nonetheless, it's probably the right call. His team out to an early 11-0 lead, and the Falcons' 2 quick baskets here in the final minute and a half have finally got points on the board. Mustangs with the basketball after the timeout. Seagrave trots it across the time stripe. And Legner is out at the moment, and the ball is stripped away and stolen by Parker. Parker left side for Malachi Harris. Harris high in the air. He hangs, and he's going to be hammered. Hunter Ruck asking the official what he did wrong. And the official simply walks to the scorer's table and says, number 5 with the personal. Under a minute now, 58 seconds left here in the quarter. Malachi Harris at the free throw line. Hits his first. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw. 11-5, lead down to 6. And he makes both of them. Inbound play, 5-point lead for the Mustangs now. They led by 11. Falcons have cut it to 5 in the last minute and a half. Seagrave between the wheels, backs up, gets a high screen. Now pitches right side, down low to Rook. Rook turns and scores. His first field goal, incidentally. And the Mustangs back out on top by 7, 13-6 with 26 seconds left. Malachi Harris feeds to Antoine Quintero. He missed the layup underneath. Little jumper, he faded away. I think he was worried about getting his shot blocked, and he put it up a little too strong. Mustangs gonna play for the final shot here. 8 seconds, now 7. Driving, puts it off the side of the backboard and into the hands of Walker. Now the ball's knocked out of bounds, last touched by the Mustangs.
Falcons got to hurry, 1.6 seconds.
James Dinez into Harris. Harris from half court, and he can't get the shot to go. We'll step away, one in the books, 13-6. Rancho Solano with the lead. This is the 2020 2A state semifinals presented by Sholo Ford on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Need hats, shirts, or jackets embroidered with your logo? Get custom embroidered products from Little Bluebird Studios. That's right, the company that does the best job screen printing t-shirts and hoodies now offers embroidery. Little Bluebird Studios is a local company with skilled designers that care about your company's image and brand. Call Little Bluebird Studios today, 928-351-7942, or online at littlebluebird.org. Little Bluebird Studio.
Well, if you're a basketball fan, this is the place to be.
I don't know if you're a Rancho Solano cheerleader. I don't know where you go, though. Pretty much every time you address the crowd, you're going to be staring down some Falcon fans.
They came over to start a cheer with their fans, and I imagine there's a handful somewhere
a spattering
in that sea of blue and gold, but they certainly didn't have a whole lot because the Out to Say Falcons started their own cheer right back at them.
Well, Camden, what do you think the Falcons have to do to get some offense here?
Well, I think they just need to be patient and work their offense. I think they're trying to force it a little too much, and that's what's causing the turnovers. There's a bucket inside.
Number 22.
And the basket was good by Braden Kose, who's just checked in to the lineup. 13-8. Rancho Solano working around the perimeter. Pull-up jumper by Seagrave off the heel, no good. Battle for the rebound, and a foul's going to be called as one of the smallest guys on the court, Kose, comes down with the basketball, and 2 Mustang players come over the top of him, and the foul is going to be whistled on Ruck. That's 2 on Hunter Ruck. Falcons outscored 13-6 in the first quarter. Now down just 5, 13-8 after the basket. They also have the ball. Kose backs up, moves to his right, lost the handle on the basketball, now picks it up, hands it off to Harris. Harris it up and then down with the right hand. Thought about a 3, throws it in the middle of the traffic, and David Parker can't come up with it, but Harris is going to steal it right back. And the no-look pass underneath, back to Quintero, all the way up to Kose. Kose drives and lost the handle on it. Now Legner tries one, leans in, can't get the shot to fall. Battle for the rebound won by the Falcons. Quintero gonna be called. No, we're gonna foul inside as two Rancho Solano players hit the deck along with Quintero. And let's see who it's on.
The ref pointed straight down at the player on the floor. I think it was on number
Vargas.
23.
Yeah, Noah Vargas is going to be the one that picks up the foul, much to the chagrin of the Falcon fans. Checking out of the lineup is Davin Parker. And Kosei works the top of the key, will start the offense. Calling for a screen. Antoine Quintero comes to the low post to try to set it, and he goes the opposite way. Give it to Elisha Walker. Walker has it blocked. An attempt from 18 foot, no good by the block. And now Legner. Legner was missed in that last couple of trips up the floor as he throws one away. Did a no-look pass to the wing, and it was a terrible pass that time. Skips under the hands of his intended receiver, Evan Ponches.
You know, Cameron, just a couple observations. Rebounding in that first quarter was even, almost 4-5. And secondly, the Falcons are having trouble getting shots off because of the height of Rancho Solano.
And travel is called here on Quintero. He doesn't like it. You can tell that the Falcons are out of their game. They're just out of sorts offensively. They haven't quite figured out how to go against this high-powered and extremely physical Rancho Solano Mustang team. Legner right side, bounces it into the corner, back to Legner. Fakes a three, now steps up and makes one. Or shoots one, rather. And it's an air ball that goes out of bounds to the Falcons.
They were able to hold Malachi Harris to 4 points in that first quarter. Malachi Harris, we talked about in the pregame, 21 points per game, so we'll see if he can step up.
Well, Legner's on him, and I can tell you right now, Legner's one of the best defenders out on the floor. Drive left side, and it bounced out. Thought he had it. That was Elisha Walker, the 5'10 senior, who averages 8.6 points per game, unable to get the rock to fall. And so the Mustangs on the other end, yet to score in this quarter, down or up 13-8, but haven't been able to find the hoop yet. Shot a little too strong. Quintero picks it up for the Falcons.
Falcons need a bucket here to pull within 3.
Harris way long on the three-pointer.
Little desperation.
I think he just thought he was open for a moment. It shut a little too early, and then he ends up trying to play it against the block shot. Oh, down low, and Quintero looked like he blocked it. No, Harris is going to be whistled for the personal. If it's on Harris, it's his third. No, it's 4.
Wow.
Oh, brother. I missed one on Harris somewhere. That's his 4th personal. And so now what do you do, Coach?
That's a tough one. Take him out. Start there.
Can you afford to take him out? Brandon White at the free throw line hits the first free throw, and that incidentally the first points. Almost half of this quarter has gone by, half of the second quarter gone by, and the Mustangs score their first points by virtue of a free throw. And now the height taking over underneath as they are able to steal a rebound away from Kosei there. Ball stolen, throw it ahead for Walker, and Walker's shot blocked by Legner.
Wow.
Quintero able to get the loose ball though, and he is able to put it up and in. Lead down to 4, 14-10. Under 4 to play in the second. 3-point look, off the heel, no good for Dinez. And a whistle and a foul as James Dinez gets the rebound, and Antoine Quintero picks up his second personal. Malachi Harris on the bench. for the Altusay Falcons with 4 fouls. James Dinez can't hit the first free throw. So far, 5 of 7 at the stripe today. Make it 5 of 8 for the Mustangs. Pitch to Kosei. Kosei working the baseline for the Falcons. Throws it back up top to Quintero. Quintero, left side, tries a 3, and it's off the front of there. No good, but Antoine Quintero with the weak side board, but he lost the handle on it. And now Legner racing it up out of the backcourt, throttles it across as Ryan Quintero tries to keep up with him, and he just doesn't have the speed to do so. He's called for the personal. And Ryan Quintero has 4 points and scored the last bucket that cut them to within 4. But at the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw, Tyler Legner knocks down a free throw. You know, you start to watch Tyler Legner and realize that he's the heartbeat of this.
Yeah, I agree.
Of this Mustang team.
13.3 average.
He's a 6'2" point guard that plays above the rim. We saw him get a block from behind.
That was big.
One of the most athletically impressive things we've seen today. See if the Falcons can settle down. They're just trying to figure out how to match up. 3-point look from the angle right is no good. Quintero bangs into his own player. They almost lost it. Falcons get the ball back. Jumper from 14 just underneath the free throw line. It's no good for Walker. That's Elisha Walker.
See, Jacob Chalmers checked into the game for the Falcons. And the Falcons are battling on the boards. They're getting second chance boards on offense, just not able to punch it in.
We got a officials, looks like Kyle Goklich is asking. Got another player injured. Coming out of the lineup is Davin Parker. And they're gonna is he gonna head to the trainers? Something's wrong with his knee brace. And I think Coach Goklich just wanted to get the pace of the game slowed down a little bit here. Mustangs seem to be happy to run with the Falcons. They don't seem to be backing off. 6-point Mustang lead. They are up 16-10, but have yet to score a field goal in this quarter. If we get a whistle and a foul, as the Falcons get a steal.
Fouls number 23, Noe Vargas.
And Vargas is whistled for the personal. That's his second.
Timeout, Altusay.
Falcons call a timeout. They take it with them. They're down 6. 2.5 left in the second. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Want to buy the #1 selling truck in America for over 41 years? Want to buy a vehicle with a lifetime engine warranty? Want to get the best deal in the state of Arizona on your new Ford car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Anyone can say they'll give you a great deal, but Guy Hatch at Sholo Ford means it. In fact, he guarantees it. Buy the best from the best. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce.
Well, we welcome you back to the Veterans Memorial Coliseum, where the Altusay Falcons are in a fight for their lives right now. 16-10 is our score. Rancho Solano with the 6-point lead. Falcons with the basketball, but it's poked away. Tenez able to knock it away. And Malachi Harris is going to return with 4 fouls. There's a gamble right here.
Well, like you said, what do you do? Your #1 scorer has 4 fouls. It's still with 2 minutes to go before half.
2:07 left to play in this second quarter. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know that there is a good gamble with that one.
This is a gutsy move, I'll tell you that. I think I save him for the second half. See if we can't weather the storm for the last 2 minutes of this half and at least wait till the second half. Harris with the basketball, steps in, right hand layup, got it, and the foul.
I'd probably, so if you were a gambling man, you'd get him a sub right now.
Yeah.
You take your 3 points and get him out.
Yeah, you got your win. Take your money and go, Coach Kokless.
And I think we might be seeing that. He's for the shooter.
He's for the shooter. That's exactly.
Hey, Malachi, go in and do an and one and then get back out of here. No fouls.
Yeah. He doesn't want to play in defense. And he got the free throw. 3-point place, a perfect 3 for 3 from the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw. And guess what? We're down to a 3-point lead, 16 to 13.
Hey, Cam, now what do you think about that decision to put Malachi in?
Oh, that was brilliant. Brilliant, yes. Yeah, I couldn't agree with it more. That's exactly what I would have done. Storyline here in this second quarter, Ron, is the Mustangs have not scored a field goal. We're under 2 minutes to play, and they have not been able to find the basket. And looked like it may have been a foul, no call. Rupp knocked down to the deck. Out of the backcourt quickly comes Walker, Elisha Walker. Now steps back towards the time stripe, working the angle right. Now drives to the baseline, turns around, races it back up to the angle right. Throws it to the top here to Quintero. Ryan Quintero working the Legner off the dribble, and an offensive foul called on Ryan Quintero. Ruck stood in there and took a foul. And that's just not fair.
Yeah, you got to have some control in there. I was thinking for a moment that maybe Coach Goklish would try to run some clock out.
That's the second personal on Ryan Quintero. Minute 18, and Mustangs with the basketball. Some three-quarter court pressure here. Russ passes it to Seagrave. Seagrave looked like he was going to dunk it for a minute. The 5'10 senior lays it up and in for the first bucket in the second quarter for Rancho Solano. They scored 3 from the free throw line. They have 5 in this quarter. They're now up 18-13 with just under a minute to play. Hand it off, drive left side, Euro step inside, basket, and one. Devin Parker going to earn a trip to the free throw line. Foul going to be called on. It's Hunter Ruck. That's 3 on Hunter Ruck. Out he goes. The 6'9 senior who leads the team in scoring, leads the Mustangs in scoring on the bench. And the free throw is no good. And a whistle and a foul. And I'll tell you, there is no love lost right now between these two teams, Ron. You watch down and low on the paint, and they are throwing elbows.
Battling.
And just as physical a game as you could possibly have at this point in the contest.
Here comes another gamble. Malachi Harris is going to check back into the game with 35 seconds to go.
Woo! I'll tell you, Coach Goklish has got more guts than I do.
First free throw by
Dinez.
Dinez is good.
Yep, Dinez knocks down a free throw. He was 0 for 2 in his last trip at the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw line. And Harris into the lineup. Dinez knocks them both down. Back to a 5-point Mustang lead. 20-15. And the Falcons are going to burn clock. Going to play for the final shot here. I think the Mustangs are thinking about the fact that, oh, laid up and in, Devin Parker. He has 4, lead back down to 3. And the three-point shot at the buzzer is no good for the Mustangs. Evan punches. So we go to intermission. The Altusay Falcons, who trailed by as much as 11 in that first half, have cut the lead to 3 here at the break. We will step away. We'll be back to recap it for you here when we return. This is Show Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Much more. Customizing after fit your needs. Whether you're a student, coach, or parent or player. Your attention.
Interested in preventative medicine and managing chronic conditions for patients of all ages. Dr. Patterson is accepting new patients. Call 928-337-3000. Summit Healthcare Clinic in St. John's now open.
Want to buy the #1 selling truck in America for over 41 years? Want to buy a vehicle with a lifetime in warranty? Want to get the best deal in the state? Anyone can say they'll give you a great deal, but Guy Hatch at Sholo Ford means it. In fact, he guarantees it. Buy the best from the best. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce.
I'll be home in an hour. Is it still snowing?
Yeah, we just got home ourselves.
It's so cold. Can you please have a fire ready when I get there?
Yep, see you, dear. Johnny, can you bring some wood in?
Sure, Dad. Dad? The glass on our fireplace is broken.
What?
Mom really wants a fire.
I can run this to Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. They stock fire-rated glass and can most likely fix it today.
Deemer's Glass, 1-888-GLASSMAN.
This fire feels so warm and toasty. Thank you, honey.
Pay 11 times more for the same education. You'll save enough money to pay for the final 2 years of your bachelor's degree at a public Arizona university. Your parents' wallet will thank you. Northland Pioneer College. Expanding minds, transforming lives.
Spring is almost here, and it's no wonder Ace Hardware tops your list of spring things to get done. For a great season of growth in your garden, Ace Hardware has plenty of Miracle Grow potting soil and garden soil. Save big on Ace brand topsoil and potting soil. And you're going to need to move all that dirt, so Ace just took delivery on a brand new line of all-skill shovels and rakes. They're heavy duty and built to last a long, long time. As always, there's plenty throughout the store at Ace Hardware that comes with additional savings with your Ace Rewards card. Ace Hardware in Sholo, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass has the most experienced technicians on the mountain. Their lead technicians have a minimum 10 years experience. They're certified and trained annually, and they gladly welcome Mercedes, BMW, Lexus, Infiniti, Jaguar. So no matter what your car is, you can trust that your glass will be done correctly. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Now with 2 locations in Lakeside and Snowflake.
Call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Cash back to you.
Welcome you back to the Veterans Memorial Coliseum in the 2020 state semifinals, presented by Sholo Ford and lowest tuition in the state of Arizona, Northland Pioneer College. And we take a look at some of the numbers here at intermission. First of all, it's a 3-point lead now for the Mustangs. After trailing 11-0 in the first quarter, the Falcons have dug their way out of the hole, and it's a one possession ball game here at the break. Ron, you take a look at some of the statistics of the first half. What are the things that stand out to you?
Well, Malachi Harris will be one for the, we talked about it, for the Altusay boys. He's got 4 fouls, and Malachi was only able to have a total of, 7 points in that first half. Also turnovers, you can take a look at the turnovers there. We have 13 turnovers by the Altusay Falcons to Rancho Solano's 9 14-12. Actually, not, and on top of that, to say it's out-rebounding the Rancho Solano team.
Well, you take a look, and I think we mentioned this early on in the first quarter. Right now, the Falcons are playing more aggressively than are Rancho Solano, but Rancho Solano is playing first half fouls for Rancho Solano, and they've got 6. On the other hand, the Altusay Falcons ended up with 9, 10, 11 first half fouls, and they've got foul trouble is their leading scorer, Hunter Ruck. So the top 2 leading scorers in this contest sat the bench much of the second half of that second quarter.
Yeah, your top
foul trouble.
Yeah, your top 2 scorers, 16 points and 13 points respectively for the Rancho Solano. They scored a total of 3 points. Ruck had 2, and Legner had 1 point that first half.
So the question is, can the Altusay Falcons continue to play this aggressively, especially given the foul situation? And my guess is that they cannot unless they're willing to put other players in that can play to the same level. And that's going to be interesting in the second half. Will they be able to come under control, or will they find themselves in foul trouble with much of their starters on the bench?
It'll be interesting to see how Kyle deals with Malachi Harris. I mean, he's gonna spend a lot of energy bringing him in and out of the game, probably strategically there.
Right, at strategic moments throughout the game, and we saw it there in the second half. Brought him in, he immediately scores an and one on a brilliant shot, one of the more athletic shots we've seen this entire season, and he's able to hang in the air against a 6'9" guy and able to put the ball in and get the foul, goes to the free throw line, able to complete the three-point play, and you'll hear the Altusay Falcon fans now as their team comes out on the floor. Let's take a look at some of the first half scoring for you. For Rancho Solano, Seagrave with 5 first half points, Hunter with 2, 4 for Legner, 1 for Brandon White, 4 for Vargas, 4 for for James Dinez. And for the Altusay Falcons, Ryan Quintero with 4, Davin Parker with 4, 7 for Malachi Harris, and 2 for Braden Kosei round out the scoring there. Again, halftime score 20-17. Falcons down by 3. We'll be back with the second half when we return. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
NBA All-Star Steph Curry said, "It doesn't matter where you come from, what you have or don't have, all you need is faith in God, an undying passion, a relentless drive, and a will to do whatever it takes to be successful in whatever you put your mind to." Dr. Joshua Beeler at Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports and reminds us that faith, passion, drive, and willpower are keys to success. Beeler Orthodontics. Live to smile, love your smile.
It's either winter, windy season, or rainy season. Keeping your car clean isn't as easy as it sounds up here on the mountain. Finding the time, buying chamois? Listen, take it to Octopus Car Wash, the only full-service car wash on the mountain. And with exterior washes starting at just $8.45, you can save yourself the hassle and the money. And it's faster than if you did it yourself. Octopus Car Wash and Express Detail Center in Sholo on the Deuce of Plugs.
It's from Little Bluebird Studios. That's right, the company that does the best job screen printing t-shirts and hoodies now offers embroidery about your company's image and brand. Call Little Bluebird Studios today, 928-3, the company that cares.
Summit Healthcare introduces Adam Patterson, MD, specializing in family medicine. Dr. Patterson graduated from BYU with a bachelor's in exercise science, got his medical degree at Medical University of the Americas, and did his residency at U of A. He is especially interested in preventative medicine and managing chronic conditions for patients of all ages. Dr. Patterson is accepting new patients. Call 928-337-3000. Summit Healthcare Clinic in St. John's now open.
Want to buy the #1 selling truck in America for over $41 years. Want to buy a vehicle with a lifetime engine warranty? Want to get the best deal in the state of Arizona on your new Ford car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Anyone can say they'll give you a great deal, but Guy Hatchett Sholo Ford means it. In fact, he guarantees it. Buy the best from the best. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Dukes.
I'll be home in an hour. Is it still snowing?
Yeah, we just got home ourselves.
It's so cold. Can you please have a fire ready when I get there?
Yep, see you, dear. Johnny, can you bring some wood in?
Sure, Dad. Dad? The glass on our fireplace is broken.
What?
Mom really wants a fire.
I can run this to Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. They stock fire-rated glass and can most likely fix it today.
Deemer's.
Welcome back to the Veterans Memorial Coliseum, where the Altusay Falcons come out of the locker room trailing by 3, 20-17. And Rancho Solano will have the basketball to start the third quarter. Falcons outscored the Mustangs 11-7 in that second quarter. Apart from free throws, Rancho Solano pretty dry. Long shot from the corner right side is no good. The rebound caroms off the fingertips of Ruck, it looked like. And out of bounds to the Falcons. Both teams look like they've settled in here as Elisha Walker trots it across the time stripe, hands it off to Ryan Quintero. Now gives to Parker. Parker up and down with the right hand, back to Quintero. This is Ryan Quintero.
This is an important bucket here for the Falcons to get things started here.
Sets the tone of this second half for sure. Crossover dribble, Walker gets around his defender, picks up another one now, moves to the left side, throws it back to the top of the key. Three-point bucket off the front of the iron, no good for Davin Parker. Out of the backcourt, Falcons going to press. And Legner pulls up. Looked like he almost was going to draw a foul, but throws it to Seagrave. Back to Legner. Legner, cross-court pass to Danez. Danez wide open and puts it off the window and in. So Dinez able to put the Mustangs up by 5 as a long three-point shot by Malachi Harris misses. And the question was, Harris with 4 fouls, would he start in the second half? So far, he's out there. Inez up to Ruck. Ruck kicks on the angle right. Cross-court pass, stolen away. Picked off by Parker. Parker trying to go coast to coast. He does. Easy bucket for Parker. A 3-point lead again, 22-19, 6:04 left to play third. Dinez to Ruck. Ruck turns around, basket and one as he pings up against Quintero. Antoine Quintero, the 6'6 senior, going to be whistled for his third.
Number 44, Antoine Quintero, he's third, first team foul.
And Ruck
Ruck at the line to shoot one.
at the free throw line for the second time tonight. He was 0 for 2. I should say this afternoon, 0 for 2 in his first trip. And now Kosei is going to check in for Parker. Braden Kosei, the 5'10 sophomore, back into the Altusay Falcon lineup. Hunter Ruck at the free throw line, takes some dribbles, spots, delivers off the hill, no good. And he's 0 for 3 at the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw line. Falcons control the rebound, get it across the time stripe. Quintero on the dribble, hands to Kosei. Kosei stops, moves right. Now Haynes tries one over his shoulder and will get contact and draws a foul. I think it's Dinez going to be whistled for the personal. This is Michael Dinez. That's his first personal. And Kosei at the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw knocks down the first. cuts the lead back down to 4. And back to 3 with that free throw. So 2 Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throws. 24-21. Under 6 now to play in the third. Seagrave out to Legner. Back to Seagrave. Seagrave pitches in low. Ball goes across the paint to Dinez, and now to Ruck. Ruck shot a little too strong. Throws it back up top. Drive inside. And 2 players, Quintero, along with, both Quinteros. Antoine Quintero and Ryan Quintero.
Quintero squared.
And they go against, going to go against Ryan Quintero, which is actually good for the Altusay Falcons, because if it was Antoine, it would have been his 4th. So now 3 on both Ryan and Antoine Quintero, and another missed free throw. Michael Dinez misses the first of 2 Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throws. And Ruck just fell off the bench on the other side. He knocks down, Dinez knocks down the free throw. Ruck came out of the game and tried to sit down on the chair, and the chair kind of fell out from underneath of him. He fell right on his hind end.
Fell on his ruck.
Fell on his ruck.
21-25. Well, he looks okay.
Yeah, no worse for the wear. 4-point lead now after the made free throw. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw. Kosei a little too far, a little too quick there. Fell down. And it just looks like the Falcons are trying to go just too fast. Seems like they need to just slow down just a little bit. Meanwhile, Ryan Quintero able to drive the lane and put up the right-hand runner. Score it and cut the lead down to 2. Malachi Harris with the steal. Be careful. He's in that backcourt, and now he tries to reach and gets away with another one. Oh, man, if you're Kyle Goquish, your heart stops and skips a couple of beats every time that happens. Meanwhile, a 10-foot jumper is good by Noah Vegas. 27-23, drive inside, leave it for Antoine Quintero, reverse slam. Antoine Quintero, his first bucket of the afternoon, and it's back to a 2-point lead, 27-25. Just over 4 to play. Steal by Kosei, and Kosei's going to be hit from behind, and a foul called on the Mustangs.
Well, this finally gives the opportunity for the Falcon fans to get back into this game, because they kind of been out of it the whole game with not a lot of back-to-back momentum. Now, listen to this crowd go crazy if you get a bucket here. They have a chance to tie it or go ahead now with Falcons.
I missed who the foul was on. And Legner really reaching in, no call. Officials have let these players play. It's been a bit of a bar brawl here today. Antoine Quintero showing the signs of that with a big old bandage on his forehead from the shot he took. And now we get a foul underneath.
His second, third team foul.
Foul whistled against the Mustangs.
Shooting 2.
Is that on James Dinez? I'm trying to, it's tough. We're on the opposite side of the scorers table, or where the officials are, the official scores table's across the way, and so we don't get to see all of the foul calls. First free throw was good for Parker. Second one misses.
26-27.
Down to a 1-point lead. Rancho Solano hanging on to a 1-point lead. Legner drives and called for a travel, and Legner upset.
This has not been the best game for Rancho. We're just looking at the statistics and things. Falcons have disrupted their offense, and like you mentioned, fouls have been played in this. And this crowd will go crazy if the Falcons take the lead in this one.
3 minutes, 21 seconds left to play in this third quarter. Falcons down by 1. They try to feed Anquan Quintero. He starts his move backwards a little too soon that time, and Ruck is able to reach over the top and slap it out of bounds. Malachi Harris into Kosei. Kosei drives right side. Man, Kosei a little out of control there. Just trying to go too fast.
Dribbles the ball out of bounds. Not sure what he was trying to get done over there. Rancho Solano gonna call a different offense here.
Well, they run a press breaker with Ruck in the middle. Break the pressure with the pass over to Legner. Legner between the wheels. Gives right side to Punches. Seagraves. Pass to Ruck. Knocked out of bounds. Off of Ruck. Alta State's going to get the ball here down by a point. 27-26 with under 3 to play in the third.
Falcons have never led in this game, and this is their opportunity right here.
Fans calling for it here as they give it to Quintero. Quintero drives, basket and one.
This crowd was crazy.
Well, you called it. Fans go crazy as Ryan Quintero gives the Falcons their first lead of the afternoon. And knocks down a free throw. The and one is good. Altusay up by 2, 29-27. Three-point look for the Mustangs is short. No good for Punches. Down-court pass on the break, and throwing the layup is Parker. Oh, brother.
That would have been big.
Can't get it to fall, and Mustangs trying to come the other direction. Alley-oop is good for Evan Punches from Seagraves. And we get timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. This is Shuttle Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Don't miss out on Honda Resort and Casino's Winter Wonderland Progressive.
Going on now through February 28th.
3 contestants will be drawn at 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday.
Double points Tuesdays and Thursdays.
On Players Club Hot Seat Sundays, loyal card members win instantly.
8 card members will win $70 in moolah.
The grand finale is February 28th, with 10 contestants drawn for $10,000 in prizes. Honda Resort and Casino, 3 miles south of Pine Top. 1-800-WAY-UP-HIGH.
Welcome back to the Veterans Memorial Coliseum, where the Altusay Falcons are now tied in a tie, 29-29. They took the lead for the first time here in the third quarter after trailing 11-0 in the first quarter. I should say for the first time here in the contest in the third. And we had a timeout called as a trap here on the near side, almost forced a turnover, and Coach Gokless calls a timeout. We keep it here. A good timeout call there by Coach Gokless.
Yeah, it really was. The ball was about lost there. It actually was lost just after the timeout was called. So Falcons are able to maintain possession with a score tied 29-29, and just can't say enough about the Falcons and their fight to come back into this one, to tie this one up, and just having taken the lead for the first time with 2:34 to go here in the third quarter.
You know, hopefully we're going to get a chance to talk to Kyle at the end of this game, because one of the questions I want to ask him is, how does he get this team to play at the level that they play? It is, I mean, from the start of this game, it's been 100 miles a minute, and they are all over the place.
Yeah, and when you look at players like Legner, for instance, you're talking about a kid who, he got him at 6'2", and he's solid. I mean, he can play running back for a lot of our mountain teams, and the Falcons kids are just, not as as thick, I guess you'd say. But man, there is no backing down from this Falcons team.
No, you would not know that the Falcons are well undersized in this game. Oh, a travel called. Just Ryan Quintero got the ball hung up on his hip that time. He tried to get between a couple of defenders, and that'll be a turnover. We're tied at 29, minute 44 left to play here in the third. Mustangs working around. And into Ruck. Ruck trying to get a shot to go, and this one's going to go against Quintero.
Although Ruck did put his head down a little bit, I think if Quintero would have kind of taken that blow, he maybe it could have gotten the charge call, but all for naught.
Well, so 4 fouls now on Quintero, and to your point, Ron, as Ruck misses another Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw, to your point, talking about backing down, the first thing that happened in this game, the Altusay Falcons big man took an elbow or something and had to be pulled out because of a bloody forehead.
And not just pulled out, but laid on a bench. I don't know if he actually got a stitch or what, but took him a while to get him back in the game.
Ruck finally figures out how to make a free throw here. That's his first. He's 1 for 5 from the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw line, and that breaks the tie, 30-29. Half-court trap here. They break with a pass to Quintero. The give and go. They miss twice. Out to Malachi Harris. He gets hit in the face. As
4-point play? No.
He hits the three-pointer, but it was after the whistle. Legner got so high in the air that he hit Malachi Harris in the face with his shoe. And Malachi Harris is one of the taller players on this. In fact, he is the second to the tallest.
Yeah.
He's 6'3". Gives you an idea of how high.
Wow.
Oh, he knocks down a three-pointer.
Harris playing brave with 4 fouls, hits the 3.
Ruck can't get it to fall.
(32-30) now. Falcons up by 2. Falcons, they got it up top. They got 38 seconds to go. They're going to be content with getting the last shot in this third quarter.
Absolutely.
I would too.
Control possessions. And this goes to Kyle Goklish and just how much of a competitor, how smart he is in this game. Been doing this for a long time, has had a lot of success at Altusay.
And he comes from a great coaching tree with Raul Mendoza as his mentor and coach when he played. And it's times like these that just have a real big appreciation for the Falcons because they know how to hold on to the ball as well as run it.
An ill-advised shot there, but Kosei somehow came up with the rebound. I don't know
how. Was he fouled? No?
No foul, but he's the shortest guy on the court. And that's the third time we've seen him go in there and get one of those rebounds.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier, and we'll take a look at it after when we come back. But the rebounding is pretty even.
At the end of 3, 32-30. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Spring is almost here, and it's no wonder Ace Hardware tops your list of spring things to get done. For a great season of growth in your garden, Ace Hardware has plenty of Miracle Grow potting soil and garden soil. Save big on Ace brand topsoil and potting soil. And you're going to need to move all that dirt, so Ace just took delivery on a brand new line of all-steel shovels and rakes. They're heavy-duty and built to last a long, long time. As always, there's plenty throughout the store at Ace Hardware that comes with additional savings with your Ace Rewards card. Ace Hardware in Sholo, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard.
Well, unofficially, you'll have to correct my math here, but I'm not sure if I got this right or not, Ron, but I am showing unofficially that the Falcons outscored Rancho Solano in that third quarter 15-8.
Wow.
And I have to admit that I've become a spectator of sorts in this one because it's been that kind of a ball game.
Falcons, they get the ball to start this one.
Up 32-30. And man, they've had some opportunities to extend this lead, and they haven't been able to quite do it. Hopefully that doesn't come to haunt them later on as Legner slaps one away. Give to Kosei. Kosei picks it up and he nonchalantly hits the floater. 4-point lead for Altusay.
Crowd.
Malachi Harris with 4 fouls. Oh, and he's whistled for his 5th. A ticky-tack at the top. Oh. Well, that's the risk.
There it is. He gets it all the way to the 7:13 minute mark in this game.
The Falcons' leading scorer by twice as much as the nearest guy, averaging 21 points per game, will sit down and won't be out there for the 4th quarter. And that one was just one of those where you gotta, if you got 4 fouls, you can't be putting your hands on the guy. And rightly so. And that one's gonna go against Quintero, and I think that's his 5th.
Well, that really hurt. That's gonna be a double blow if that's the case.
Oh man.
Wow. Two major blows there for the Falcons. Can they withstand that? We'll see.
With just over 7 minutes remaining in this contest, they lose the guy that's been giving them size down low and the guy that's been leading the team in scoring all year long. And Legner steps in and takes advantage immediately on the inbounds play and has an easy bucket. Tyler Legner. And on the other end, Parker gonna drive and draws contact. And that's 4 on Ruck. The Mustangs big man. Hunter Ruck now with 4 personals, the 6'9" senior. Getting set to check out here is.
Just to clean up the books there, Camden, it was a 10-15 score by the period there in the 3rd quarter. Falcons outscored them by 5. Is that what you had?
No, I had 8. I missed a score somewhere. Davin Parker missed the first free throw at the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw line. Want to remind you that today's contest brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College. When it comes to choosing your college, choose the college with the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona. Northland Pioneer College. Both free throws no good by Davin Parker, and Rancho Solano has the ball knocked away and they lose it out of bounds. So the Altusay Falcons going to get it back here with a 2-point lead, 30.
Up until the 3rd quarter, Falcons out-rebounding Rancho 22-18. I would have never guessed that.
Absolute fantastic effort by Altusay. Watch Legner play defense. I mean, he is on it 100% of the time. The motor just continues to run.
Falcons looking for a foul, didn't get anything.
Legner comes up out of the backcourt. Breaks the pressure with a between-the-legs dribble to get around Parker. And now all kinds of trouble for the Altusay Falcons size-wise, as they just have nobody to match up, but the Mustangs step out of bounds on the baseline and turn the ball over.
As bad as things have gotten for the Falcons, losing Malachi Harris and Antoine Quintero, they still have a 2-point lead, 34-32. And this is when you step back in this one, Cam, this is a really low-scoring game.
Yeah. Yeah, the physicality of the game, I think, has led to that low score. And just the tenacious defense by both ball clubs. You look at where the defense is setting up on both sides of the court. Look at Legner. He's not allowing.
Yeah, they're out the volleyball line on a traditional court.
Yeah. I mean, not an inch. It's the minute either team steps across the time stripe, it is game on defensively. Parker drives and draws contact. Speaking of Legner, Legner going to be whistled for a personal here. That's just one on Legner, if I've got that correct. And Parker wasn't ready for the official to throw him the ball.
Well, he hasn't been ready to shoot a free throw in the last couple. He's 0 for 3 right now.
Yeah, he's
in the last minute.
He's 1 for 4, 1 for 5 now in the contest from the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass free throw line. 5:20 left to play here in this contest. Legner kicks to Seagrave. Seagrave wants a three. It's going to be off the iron, no good. And Kosei comes down with the rebound amongst the trees.
Rancho not being able to connect from three-point range. Actually, neither team has hit a lot of three-pointers. Rancho with 1, Falcons with none.
Oh, nice pass cross court. Had it poked away, though, and then an errant pass. Knocked away is Eugene Walker.
Walker just got a little lazy with that pass.
Steal by the Mustangs. Seagraves. Fake right, move left, hand it over to Legner. Back to Seagraves. Seagraves on the wing left. Throws to the high post. Now back up to Legner. Legner working on the elbow right side. Throws it down into the corner. Dinez can't get the first one to go. Can't get the second one to go.
I thought I heard a whistle, but nothing.
I did too. And now we do hear a whistle as the Falcons want to talk it over. Up by 2, 34-32. 4:19 left to play. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Want to buy the #1 selling truck in America for over 41 years? Want to buy a vehicle with a lifetime engine warranty? Want to get the best deal in the state of Arizona on your new Ford car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Anyone can say they'll give you a great deal, but Guy Hatch at Sholo Ford means it. In fact, he guarantees it. Buy the best from the best. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce.
Little Sweet Caroline going on here, Camden.
Gotta love that.
Look at this crowd.
This has been a great game, and if the Altusay Falcons are able to hang on to this, I will be as impressed as I've ever been.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like we're just 1 3-pointer away from some kind of breakthrough.
Yeah. I mean, just the adversity that they faced in this contest, and the fact that they are ahead with just over 4 to play is pretty impressive. Especially going down 11-0 to start the game.
Yep.
Getting beat up. Having your big man go out with a bloody face. I mean, it's just it's been a battle, and they have been up for the task so far.
I don't know what Kyle talked to him about at that timeout, but I got to believe that the name of the game for the Falcons at this point right now is to eat up this clock and keep the ball out of the hands of the Rancho Solano Mustangs.
Let's make good shot selections, and we get an offensive foul. Offensive foul, and that one tries to Euro step around the defender but can't get it done. That's Ryan Quintero's 4th. So now Quintero with 4. Already 2 Falcon players fouled out of this one. Malachi Harris and Antoine Quintero. Now Ryan Quintero with 4 fouls.
Well, if I would have told you before the game started that the big man and the #1 point scorer for Falcons fouled out of the game, you'd think it would be a 2-point lead for the Falcons at this point.
Yeah, no way. Oh, Legner, turnaround jumper with the foul. Excuse me, it's Ruck. And the foul is called on Santriani Williams. That's his. That must be where I missed Malachi Harris's foul. I thought it was on Williams earlier in the game, but it was not. Ruck misses another free throw. Good news for the Falcons is Ruck hasn't been great at the free throw line. I'll have to look up his percentages. I would imagine Kyle came into this contest kind of knowing that.
Yeah, Ruck before this quarter was 1 for 5 free throws.
Now 1 for 6.
7. Yeah, 6.
Clock approaching the 3-minute mark of the contest. Falcons hanging on to a tie ball game at the moment. Ruck leans in, can't get the shot to fall. Kosei with the rebound, out to Williams, back to Kosei. Kosei, the sophomore, drives with the left hand, stops, spots, hits the front of the iron, no good.
Oh, I thought that was in. Right on line, just a little short.
Legner out of the backcourt, races it forward. And are we seeing a little fatigue on Legner? Legner looking like he's a little tired, and maybe Coach Short thinking the same thing. He calls a full timeout. 2:28 left to play. Tied at 34. This is Shella Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk and iTalk1067.com.
Don't miss out on Honda Resort and Casino's Winter Wonderland Progressive.
Going on now through February 28th.
3 contestants will be drawn at 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday.
Double points Tuesdays and Thursdays.
On Players Club Hot Seat Sundays, loyal card members win instantly.
8 card members will win $70 in Moolah.
The grand finale is February 28th, with 10 contestants drawn for $10,000 in prizes. Honda Resort and Casino, 3 miles south of Pine Top, 1-800-WAY-UP-HOG.
Welcome back to the Veterans Memorial Coliseum, where we're tied at 34 with 2 minutes, 28 seconds remaining in this contest. And the Mustangs haven't been able to figure out how to get the lid off the basket yet. They've had a lot of good looks, but just haven't gone. And the Altusay Falcons are clinging onto this game with their life. 2 of their top 2 players on the bench are fouled out. Mustangs working the perimeter. Legner wants a 3. Missed it. Ruck with the rebound. Turns, can't get the shot to go. Rebound is ripped down by Williams. Ahead to Walker. No, it is Quintero, sorry. Now to Walker. And Walker backs up. Coach Gokley says, let's burn some clock. Now Walker drives. Lost the handle at the elbow, tries to throw it out. Scrum for the ball down low. Ruck picks it up. And Rancho Solano able to come out of there with the basketball.
Coach Tigg says, slow it down. He wants to control this one a bit.
Minute and a half, tied at 34. Seagraves into Dinez, and Dinez turns around and scores. James Dinez, the first bucket of this quarter for Rancho Solano.
Timeout.
That can't be true. I must have missed one somewhere. Falcons call a timeout. We'll keep it here with 1:11 left to play on the game clock.
We had Legner did have a lay-in earlier on, and that was it. Legner with 6:50 to go had a lay-in.
So that's the one I was missing, because it was 30. No, I'm missing 2. It was 30-29 at the end of the third, right?
It's 32-30 at the end of the third.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to take a moment and mention, we talk about the Kyle Goklist program quite a bit and how great of a job he does. And to me, it's no more evident than right now when you lose 2 key starting players and 2 kids come off the bench and you go 7 deep and not lose much momentum is a real credit to the way they practice every day, day in and day out, and the program that they build up and the buy-in that they have throughout the bench. If they can withstand this, it would be, as you mentioned, one of the greatest feats that we've seen from the Falcons in a while.
Well, and we're not exaggerating. These kids have absolutely played their heart out here for Kyle Goklish, and the fact that they've been able to do this for almost 4 complete quarters now has been one of the most impressive things I've seen all season long.
They have the ball here, and they got it. They got to get a bucket. They're down 2.
Starting to drive now is Parker, hand to Kosei. Kosei at the elbow, back to Parker. Parker between the wheels, hands it off. Give it to Elisha Walker. He scores it.
The runner's good.
We're tied again at 36. 43 seconds left. Legner across the time stripe. Holding up 2 fingers. Out to say Falcons to their feet. Right side to Ruck. Ruck to the post. Leaves it short. Ruck gets it back. Tries again. Won't get it. Lost the handle on the rebound. Parker out of the backcourt. Pulls into the front court. Cross-court pass, almost thrown away. Quintero hangs onto it, and now they say he stepped out of bounds.
He stepped out of bounds, but he might have got pushed a little bit. Here we got press row. Wonderful call. And so this could get interesting.
One of the broadcasters at the table is yelling at the refs.
Is that standard protocol, Kevin? Have you ever seen such a thing?
I've never seen that before in my life.
That's the kind of emotion that these Falcons, bring out of people, I suppose.
Well, I didn't think he stepped out of bounds either, but typically along press row,
it's neutral, right?
The decorum is you're not supposed to yell at the refs. So we'll see if the AIA has anything to say about that.
Well, the refs, they can't get a break from anywhere.
Well, we're tied at 36. Falcons looked like they were going to be able to play for the final shot, but turned the ball over. We get timeout on the floor with 10.5 seconds left in the contest. Rancho Solano's going to have the basketball and a chance to win this ball game.
That's a big turnover.
It really is. It puts it back into the hands of the Mustangs, and not where the Falcons wanted it to be, but they got to be careful here not to foul, and that hasn't been their MO today. Falcons are not going to pressure the inbounds. Now they do. Now they step up. And we see some pressure in the backcourt. Legner races it across the stripe. Seagraves on the angle right. He gets a hip check, doesn't get called. Legner from the corner. No good. Seagraves on the follow. No good. There's the buzzer.
Oh,
no,
wow.
It doesn't count. It doesn't count. It does not count. The official says yes because he was listening to the buzzer. The buzzer was late. The buzzer was late. Oh, brother.
Wow, we've talked about this all morning, Camden. They got this weird thing going on with the buzzer. They've got this weird thing going on with the buzzer where that'll be interesting. We'll be able to see it on our video, Camden.
The officials have left, but you're right. We'll be able to hear the buzzer on the stream, and the Falcons are saying that's not. The Falcons are saying no. Coach Goklish is screaming at the table, and he's right. He's right. The buzzer sounded after the clock hit 0. The officials have left the court, so this game's going to be called. But Coach Goklish is refusing to shake the hand.
I'm watching the bench, and they're saying, it's over, Coach, it's over. And here's the thing. We've talked about it all afternoon. We're in a new arena, and we had a game earlier, Camden, that didn't even have a buzzer. And so this crowd's going to go crazy. I'm not sure what to think about this, but the Falcons are going to end up with this loss. And there's no review, and it's going to be final. And the Falcons, Kyle Goklish, actually, let's get it down here. We can see what's going on our video.
I just cannot believe.
You called it yourself. You said the game, you said that's going to go into overtime. And there was a difference between the buzzer and the clock.
There was a difference. The buzzer did not fire until after the clock hit zeros. And now finally the Falcons are going to give up their appeal, but this needs to be reviewed, and I can guarantee you that there's going to be letters, because this is wrong. The Falcons just, who knows what happens in the overtime, but the reality is they have been cheated out of the overtime period, and I'm not sure what exactly is going on, but I believe that the buzzer is being handled manually. And Coach Goklis is fired up. He is talking right now to somebody from the AIA.
He's talking to the coach, from the Rancho Solano coach. He's upset.
Well, it'd be interesting. It'd be nice if Coach Short would say, hey, yeah, I agree. But I don't know if he saw it. And the problem is the official didn't see it. It's not the official's fault. He's listening for the buzzer. Clock goes zero before the shot leaves the hands of the player. And, oh, man, the one thing we're not going to be able to see is we're not going to be able to see on our video whether or not or when the shot left the player's hand. So that's the one thing that we can't see on our video, but I can guarantee you that if you go back to the live stream on the NFHS, this might increase subscriptions to NFHS.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I'll tell you right now, I want to go on there and see exactly what happened on the actual game video. But man, that is a tough way to get knocked out for the Altusay Falcons.
Wow, and what a game they battled. They didn't deserve that end like that.
Just unfortunate for them. They're going to fall 38-36 for the second time, unable to make it to the championship game, and playing one of these prep schools, one of these schools that has the ability to somehow come up with.
The kids in the neighborhood that just come up out of nowhere.
They just
so let the shot go by the buzzer.
Right.
In fact, the clock runs out, and then you hear a buzzer. Then that shot should have been no good, and we should have gone into overtime.
Right, and that's what it appeared to me from my angle, and then the buzzer fired after that. So the official made the right call based on what he could hear, based on the information he had.
Yeah, that's true.
But there's, unfortunately, it was a matter, and the question mark right now is the buzzer being fired manually right now? That's what we need to find out. Because why there was a delay there is uncertain.
Yeah.
But that has cost the Altusay Falcons an opportunity at least to play another period here, and they fall 38-36. Well, we'll talk now about our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Player of the Game, brought to you by the Honda Ski and Sports Store, south of Pine Top Highway 260, right-hand side of the road. And, man, you could talk about a lot of kids here as we take a look at some of the scoring for the Altusay Falcons. Ryan Quintero had 5, Elisha Walker had 4, 2 for Malachi Harris. I'm sorry, these are rebounds. Total points, 9 for Ryan Quintero, Juan Quintero, 7 for David Parker.
Oh, boy.
The buzzer was messed up.
Yeah, so, well, if we do look at some of the Rancho Solanos, what are we doing there? I'm still kind of shook up. Are we doing the rebounding?
Oh, the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store
Player of the Game.
Yeah.
Well, you got to look up at Rancho's, James. James Dinez with 10 total points on that. And points were hard to come by in this game. As many point leaders as we had, averaging 16 points a game, 13 points a game, 21 points a game. James Dinez ends up with 10, and so Malachi Harris with 10. I don't know. Let's go ahead and give it to Malachi Harris with 10. He had 4 fouls.
Or gear. Check it out at the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, south of Pine Top Highway 260, right-hand side of the road before you get to the Honda Resort and Casino. And we move now to our Beeler Ortho. There's no question that it is the shot that will be remembered forever in the minds of these Altusay Falcon fans, and that's the shot after the buzzer went off. And I forget which player scored the final. I think it was Ruck. No, was it Legner? I can't remember. Anyway, One of the
we thought we were ready to move on. We thought it was over.
Yeah.
So, but you got to give it to that kid because he didn't give up. And
Yep.
you don't ever stop in a game until you hear the buzzer. So, like you mentioned, this really isn't the fault of either team. This is the fault potentially of the systems that we're playing by, because if they are in fact manually firing that buzzer,
yeah,
that's what let that last shot go. So
well, and the challenge is in this is we heard that they were having trouble with the buzzer and we need to get more information, and we'll try to get that out to you. But the reality is that they're in a new facility. This is the first time that the AIA has chosen to be here.
Yeah.
And the question mark on people's minds will now be, why? Why are we here? And is there really should we be playing this game at this level here? And really, what about tomorrow? We got state championship games tomorrow. You're going to continue to deal with these technical issues that they're struggling with here at the Veterans Memorial Coliseum, which is an awesome building, but it's 100 years old.
Well, that and
maybe not 100.
I don't know how old it is, but anyhow, one of the things we're not mentioning is all of the infrastructure inside of here is not set up for a basketball game. It's contracted or rented to be in here. And so, oh boy, that's a shame that it did come down to that. But we watched a game whistle from the sideline, and so I don't know. Anyhow, that's what we're going to do. Our straight line play of the game. It's going to go down as the winning shot.
Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game. Beeler Orthodontics, lift a smile, love your smile. Beeler Orthodontics. And time now for our Deemer's Glass man of the game. Brought to you by Deemer's Glass at Lakeside. Hands down, the best place to call for quality glass at affordable prices. Called Deemer's Glass in Lakeside, and I'm going to put a vote out there for Kosei. Go down with rebounds in a game. Is how tall is he?
We got Kosei is at 5'10".
5'10". 5'10" guy comes in and gets the rebound amongst the trees, and the fact that he was able to accomplish that, I think at least gets his hat in the ring.
Well, I love the call, actually. He tied for the team high in rebounding. He had 4 defensive rebounds, 1 offensive rebound for 5 rebounds total, matching only Ryan Quintero for the Falcons. And the Falcons, the only thing I would put out there is I know we don't like to do this, but giving it to the Falcons as a team, because they come in and seriously outmatched physically, and they put up 28 rebounds against Rancho Solano's 29. That just simply means that they were out hustling to get the boards, because they certainly weren't physically good enough. So let's go with Braden Kosei on the rebound.
All right.
Deemer's Glass man of the game.
Congratulations to Kosei, our Deemer's Glass man of the game. Brought to you by Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Hands down the best place to call for quality glass at affordable prices. Call 1-888-GLASSMAN. That's going to wrap things up for us here. Once again, the final. Rancho Solano Prep will advance to the state playoffs to play Trivium Prep 38-36. And a special thanks to our in-studio producer, Ashley Harley. And for the rest of the crew, for Ron Everingham, Dylan Smith, and Nate Everingham, I'm Camden Smith. Inviting you to stick around, because we'll have baseball and softball coming up in the next couple of weeks here on iTalk. So we invite you back for that. Until then, we say so long, everybody.
Has been Cholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 KNKI Pine Top and iTalk1067.com. Brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountain, Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, Octopus Car Wash, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, and Little Bluebird Studios. This broadcast has been a copyrighted production of iTalk 106.7 and Country Mountain Airwaves, a Kopenhagen communications station. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of this broadcast without the express written consent of iTalk 106.7 or Country Mountain Airwaves is strictly prohibited. For more information on this game and other games around the region, go to iTalk1067.com.